Mic check, mic check. All right, just so I know how loud I'm supposed to talk. All right, hey everybody, welcome to the show. My name is Troy Track Select. This is the Select Few Sessions, and if you're watching, you are one of the select few. So everybody give it up for Sonia. I'm gonna just go ahead and let them get started.
She wants to thrive, she wants to learn to be alive, but she can barely pay the bills with minimum wage. Sonia keeps her dreams locked up in a safe, watching people go, then come back again. She wonders if she'll make it or the world will break her, crush her dreams inside her soul, so nowhere is safe. If we're going nowhere, forgetting, forging forward, someone's got to pay. It's an interconnected fate. Sonia wants to feel something but can't bear the weight. Remember, life is beautiful but filled with toxic waste. She wonders if she'll make it or the world will break her. Crush her dreams inside her soul, so nowhere is safe. If we're going nowhere, forgetting, forging forward, someone's got to pay. It's an interconnected fate. It's an interconnected fate. It's an interconnected fate. It's an interconnected fate. Thank you. We're gonna play some new ones. We just wrote these maybe about a month ago. Yeah. I don't know if I had anything street are covered in light around me. Nothing seems familiar. My dog is lost and I'm his tether. I see a ship off in the distance. This is it. This is transcendent. Start to float up into space, disappearing without a trace. All that therapy and all those bills, meaningless garbage to extraterrestrial thrills. When they take me to their leader, ask him if I can ever leave here. They say, no, we like your dog, but without you, there's something wrong. His tail won't wag, he looks so sad. Did we do something bad? He said, yes, he misses grass and smelling pigs. He didn't ask for all this. I'm just a pawn in their game. I think their lifestyle is pretty lame. All that therapy and all those bills. Now it's just have more PTSD from extraterrestrials. Back on Earth with my dog, see a ship off in the distance. That was it. Botched transcendent. I have this annoying personality trait where I forget to eat. Catch me grumpy, out of sorts, and I can't speak my needs. Communication. Feelings don't need to be involved. Communication. Can't let my feelings tell it all. I have this annoying personality trait where I get anxious around you. I don't want to say the wrong thing, because then you won't want to be around me anymore. Communication. Tell me straight how it is. Communication. If I don't let this pass, I'm in for a communication. Feelings don't need to be involved. Communication. Can't let my feelings tell it all. I have this annoying personality trait where I get mad you can't intuit my needs. You didn't know I didn't like that? You didn't know I can't do that? What? Thank you. All right, now we're gonna play some old ones. We formed as a band in 2018. Yeah, and that's when we wrote this song. So it's getting old. She's a vicious monster. Eats all her prey. Bites at my fingers. Doesn't want to play. And tricks around me. Explores the world. Her magic touch. Makes the hate go away. a monster. Cuddle her at night. She's my dragon princess. Whisper secrets to each other. Promise to love no other.
Susie bringing the heat.
Girls Rock, please contact us to make this your theme song. All right.
You can save my soul, but I'm still
is a cover of Britney Spears. Ready? Yeah. Okay. Early morning, she wakes up and a knock, knock, knock on her door. Done for makeup, the perfect smile, and it's you they're all waiting for. Baby, isn't she lovely? This Hollywood girl. They say she's so lucky. She's a star, but she cries in the lonely heart thinking if there's nothing missing in my life, why do these tears come at night? Lost an image in a dream, and there's no one there to break her up. The world is spinning and she keeps winning, but tell me what happens when it stops. Baby, isn't she lovely? This Hollywood girl. She's so lucky. She's a star, but she cries with a lonely heart thinking if there's nothing missing in my life, why do these tears come at night? She's so lucky. She's a star, but she cries with a lonely heart thinking if there's nothing missing in my life, why do these tears come at night? This is our last one. Okay. All right now. Okay. All right now. 3, 4. Come on, give me more. Give me a hand or get out of sight. Always doing all the work, so don't make me pick a fight. Trouble comes slow, it's always alone. Don't make me say it one more time or you'll be comes slow, it's always alone. Don't make me say it one more time, or you'll be on your own, your own. On your own, on your own, on your own. Thanks so much for being here. And thank you, Troy, so much. And thank you, dear Mom, for having us.
Shout out to Sonia, dog. So give me like 10 minutes, and I'll set some stuff up, and we'll have the interview afterwards. All right, great. This will work. Okay. Hi, everybody. Give it up one more time for Sonia. And shout out to Dear Mom for letting us do it here. Gotta get a shout out to the local store. Okay, my name is Troy Track Select. This is the Select Few Sessions. Every month we do a show in a different location as a tour of Indianapolis to let the newcomers know what there is to do here and what there is to celebrate. So we're in Dear Mom currently on the near east side. East 10th Street? East 10th Street. Definitely, you guys should come out and support the store. It's a great kind of local magazine and a little bit of vinyl and a little bit of groceries over here. Great place to come see. I enjoy it very much since I've been here. I will be back several times. I think that's enough of that. Everybody knows I'm Troy Trax. Let you guys have seen the show before. So I think I'm just going to jump right into it. Sonia, please, everybody introduce who's in the band.
I'm Susie.
I'm Hannah.
I'm Jess.
I'm Lauren.
Very cool. I got to work on not using an announcer voice when I'm talking to you guys because it's a regular conversation. I have a bad habit with that. So
That sounds great.
thank you.
But I liked it.
It feels weird. It's unnatural. So I guess let's start from the beginning. How did you guys become a band?
All right, me and Jess were in a band called Dove, and then we just kept on writing music, and we had all these like instrumental tracks that we had made, and then my other band, Maniac, was playing a show, and Hannah, with her solo project Spacer, had sang, and she was like new in town from Bloomington, and so we just ran up to her after her set and said, hey, we have all these songs, you got to be our singer, and she agreed, and that was in 2018.
And at that time, we were playing with a drum machine, so we didn't have Susie yet. And yeah, so it was just me playing bass and Lauren plays keys, and we were playing to a drum machine. So our stuff was really like bare bones, and we did not expect Hannah to just have like basically a notebook full of really great poems and songs, and we were really blown away, like, and her ability to sing too. So
That's always
And
cool.
then tell her how we added.
Yeah, then this year we had played a couple of shows in town, and I was like, I really think we need to upgrade. Actually, I think I lost the power cord to the drum machine, and I was like,
Tell me that.
I was like, well, we could just get a drummer. That would be really awesome, and I'd become friends with Susie, and I knew she maybe had the space in her life, and so yeah, I just ask you. And
I did, yeah. And I'm here now.
and we sound the best ever now.
Wow.
yeah,
You're better than Machine, man. Think about that.
My dad would love this joke. I told him, I was like, I got 2 drum machines right here. Like, you're fine.
But the dad jokes are the coolest. I love stuff like that. Yes, so I guess, why did you guys end up going, what genre would you call Sonia? Sometimes I get confused on that.
We kind of identify as like post-punk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. New wave.
Yeah, we had to discuss it though. Like, I don't think we like realized it till like the last show we played. I was sitting with like Jess at the bar, and she was like, "What do you think we are?" And I was like, "That's a really good question. I actually don't know." And post-punk, I think, especially like the way that the band came about, like bare bones, like minimalism songs, and then Hannah is like a wonderful, wonderful musician and like used to teach piano to kids, so she has a lot of understanding about music theory. She has like a deep love for like really, really good like pop music and like making like catchy tunes. And I think it like all kind of fell into kind of like a post-punk way because of like the minimalism roots. But
Yeah, we also are like very influenced by like dance music as well. Yeah.
Are there any artists in particular that you guys might pull from when you're doing Sonia stuff specifically?
Are you familiar with the band ESG?
I'm not.
Like from the Bronx, 80s era. They don't have a guitar player either. And yeah, very. Well, when we first started, that's definitely where I pull like my bass riffs from. Yeah. And I really like Jaw Wobble, like from Public Image. I guess I'm speaking more for myself, but like Tom Tom Club too. That's another post-punk. Yeah. Yeah.
I just want to sound exactly like ESG. If we were just ESG too, I would be happy.
Yeah.
yeah, I think you didn't mention that to me till the last show, and I was like, okay, good. I thought like maybe I had made that up in my head, or like I don't know. So ESG is a really big one, I think, for all of us.
Cool. So I guess how do you, because a lot of you guys are in multiple bands right now, correct? Yeah. So how do you guys make sure that you keep Sonia sounding like Sonia and not sounding like, you know, the 15 bands that are probably here right now?
That is a really good question.
Okay. You know, it's a combination effect, right? Yeah. So when we get together, we have a unique sound, even if we are still staying true to ourselves, because, you know, you are kind of who you are. You're not going to, like, put on a whole different style just because you're in a different band. I feel like there's still this element of how you hear music and play. So I guess if that helps, like, we're just together and we sound different when we work together, like I'll like as a rhythm section, I'm playing with Susie. We'll like try to match each other and see what we can create together that's new. Yeah. And then I'm sure the same is for y'all with your other bands, like other elements that you collaborate with. This is a collaboration.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, everyone has their own unique sound, and I think having Lauren come and play with us is really fun because she has her unique way that she likes to play along to all the songs. And I think when we started out and I was just singing, I think it opened me up to interact with this band a lot different than a lot of my other bands. I am in another band, Brand Damage, where I play 2 synths and sing. So I'm doing a lot more things, and my brain is more busy than in this project. I feel like I'm really just the lead singer is my main thing I have to do good at. And I can play a little bit of guitar if I want to, but but it's not as essential because it's very bass heavy. We really, all of the riffs are based on Jess's bass, so.
So when you guys are writing songs together, I'm always interested in how bands write songs together because I'm more familiar with like a single artist writing. So how do you guys come together to write something? Do you start with the lyrics first, or do you maybe just riff around until something sounds good? How's that go?
Yeah, we kind of talked about it a little bit, but originally they had written all the music and then I wrote lyrics on top. And then when we started playing shows last year, I had written a few songs on my own, and I kind of like brought those to them. Those songs are 465, which is just the highway that surrounds Indianapolis. And then I Just Want to Be in a Band. I had written that one basically for Lauren. For myself too. So I wrote those 2 songs, and then we
came together and they learned them. And then I was like, I don't know, like, that was okay, but I really want us to really maintain that, like, original Sonia feeling. So recently, me and Jess have been working together to she'll write, basically, our ideal way to write songs is Jess will write the bass riff first, actually. We'll put it on a drum machine like we used to, and then she'll write the bass riff, and then I'll create the pattern of the song, and then write lyrics, and then we go to Susie and Lauren.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Okay, so you mentioned 465, so I'll go ahead and start asking questions about it. I didn't realize, I'm not from Indiana, if you guys don't know that. I'm not from here. But I didn't realize that 465 is literally circling the city of Indianapolis, which I think is very cool. And it made me look at an actual map to see that, which I also enjoyed. But on 465, you kind of mention that you're still here. Do you wear that as like a badge of honor? Like you're like, oh, I'm really from Indiana, or do you feel trapped? Because sometimes, just some of the lyrics, I wasn't sure which way you were going.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the whole song is about literally, am I trapped or am I proud to be here? I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I'm really, really proud to be here, and I love Indianapolis so much, but it's a really disjointed city, and it's really big, and you know, I live in like the Castleton area, which, you know, if I want to get downtown, I can take 465 or whatever. I can hop on a highway, or I can, but you feel disconnected, and yet it's your home, you know. So a lot of these feelings of like, I'm here. Like, I think I literally wrote that song while on 465 driving, and I think that was like, well, I just wrote the lyrics like in my head.
All right.
Sorry. That
like,
sounded weird.
no texting and driving. You got a notebook and a pencil. But yeah.
I'm gonna say something nerdy and just random fun fact, but so before like GPS, the highway systems were all made so you could like figure it out. So any 3-digit number does go in a circle, like in any state, actually. And then if it's even, it goes east and west, and if it's odd, it goes north and south.
Yes.
I don't know.
Thank you for
Very
sharing
random.
that. No, seriously. I've read some stuff like that online before. I'm glad there's another person telling me that.
Yeah.
But I never had a strong sense of direction. Like, if I go back, I'm from North Carolina. If I go back there right now, I won't be able to tell you how to get anywhere. I'm going to be like, turn on the GPS. They know what they're talking about. I don't.
Jess has, like, since we've been a band, like, every day, I think one of the days she was late, and she was like, I'm sorry I'm so late. I'm trying not to use GPS anymore. And I drove to the east side 4 times today, and I was on my way here, and I forgot whose house I was going to. And then, like, the past 3 practices, she walks in, and she's like, I got here without GPS today. And so
But doesn't it feel good to do that, though? Like,
yeah.
I feel like an adventurer. Okay.
Anyway, let me just say, like, about 465, like, I was a piano teacher. Music was my entire life, but I wasn't playing music. At that time when I wrote this song, I hadn't played a live show in 3 or 4 years. And so I wrote this song kind of as like a longing of like, I'm here, but I'm like trapped, like teaching children music in the suburbs, and I'm like, feel like I'm on the outskirts of my hometown when I want to be in the middle of it all. And so it's kind of like I'm still here is kind of this reminder for myself, but also for everyone around me of like, I still want to do things. I still want to, you know, have a purpose and create music that matters to people, you know?
Yeah, I mean, because you...
Even if it's just for myself, yeah.
Because you literally have a line towards the end of it where it's like, if it was up to me, I'd be down the street in a heartbeat instead of surfing around suburban bound. And I was like, oh, what is that there? What's happening there?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's just I'm in a certain life situation where I have to live close to family because I'm a caretaker and they need me. And, you know, if it was up to me, I'd live literally on this street, maybe, you know, like I would live on the east side, but that's not how life goes for everybody. And yeah. You guys have any thoughts?
Lauren actually lives in Detroit now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
You forgot you live in the next.
She's from Detroit.
Well, how's Detroit? I'm just.
I-
just asking.
Sorry.
I love it. I have to drive on 65 to get here, so
How long is that drive?
it's
for you?
about 4 hours.
Yeah. So how do you guys rehearse and do things, or is it like you just write it separately and then come together
No.
at some point, or?
I was blown away. I've been in like a couple other bands before, and I even told them like when they came over to my house, it's where we practice. Like they all like hang out, and then like we were talking about the songs we want to play, and like both like Lauren and Jess are like, I don't remember how this one goes, and they like pull out these notebooks, and I was like, whoa, you guys take notes in this band? Like, okay, you're professional. Like I've never done that. And it was like, I don't know, even tonight, like Lucky and Sparse, like I hadn't practiced, like I didn't know we were doing those songs, and like we had to like learn it yesterday. And so I think I've like listened to Sparse like without us playing it like 1 or 2 times maybe.
Yeah.
And so it's like really impressive, and I'm like impressed with myself being able to keep up with them, because like they are just like really talented. But it's like pretty much like every week that we have a show, like Lauren comes down early, and we practice a couple times. Maybe like the 3 of us will practice like before she gets down, but it's pretty much like they're like, all right, we have a show, let's do it. I think the first show I played with them, it was like their show before that, 2 practices, and like before that, their last show before that was 6 months. So like, and like it always sounds really tight and really good. I was like impressed that like, I don't know, they're like relearning the songs almost every time.
That's the professional lifestyle, though. Usually you practice like once and then play it a bunch of times.
It's about using time wisely.
Mm.
Yeah.
Shout out to the teacher in you.
Yeah.
I've heard that lots of times. You mentioned Sparse, which is one of my favorites, because the music that I listen to, I like when people threaten people, like a lot. I like new ways to let someone know they're in danger. And you have a line on there where you say, you've got a plan for someone's demise. And I want to know what the plan was. You ain't got to say who it was, because this is on camera. But I guess why? Why did you need a plan for someone's demise?
I didn't know it said that. Hannah! No, I'm just kidding. I'm actually, we almost cut that song from our set list like a long time ago. We decided we hated it at one point, so but we brought it back.
I'm
so
glad.
thank you for
It's
the
one of my
compliment.
favorites.
I feel like that song was at a time in my life when cancel culture was like really popular, and it was kind of like this like thing of like if you don't take accountability and like I'm trying to talk to you, I'm trying to fix things, but if you don't, I got a plan. You know, like which I don't really necessarily agree with anymore.
I have a certain set of
That's
skills.
that's not the way you should deal with, you know, toxic people in your life, is like creating more toxicity. But like
I like to live.
yeah.
In that guttural feel.
Yeah, but I think I still like the emotion of the song. I still like how it's very like confident in itself, and like, you know, like it's kind of like it's imploring people to treat you better, you know, like it's
That's
like
what threatens do.
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I don't like fully agree with like no special hot take, but like cancel culture like has shown problems, right? But it's not like, I don't know, if like someone treats you bad, you haven't been like, I'm gonna tell everyone what you said. Like even before the internet was a thing, it was just like, you know, it's like gossip. It's like social demise. And I think we've all been emotional enough to threaten it. It's just like, I've never actually done that to anyone. I don't know about you guys, but.
I'm gonna put that in the tank back here.
Just thinking. It's just about thinking about it, you know?
Because if I tell someone I've got a plan for your demise, they're gonna think about their next step. They know I'm not playing. That word specifically is a great word to use. Put that in an email at work next time. Don't put that in an email. You
All
will get
caps.
fired. Okay. There was some other thing. Oh, so on another note of songs that aren't so demisey, you have some kind of cutesy songs like Dragon Princess or your extraterrestrial song, which isn't on any streaming platforms yet, right? Right. How do you guys come up with things like that? Because I'm a very different writer in that sense.
This is, I guess, just what's really great about being in bands with people that are your friends and you trust. Because honestly, like Hannah writes stuff herself, and we trust her, and I back what she wants to write the songs about, just as she does for me for like having some of the bass lines and stuff like that figured out. So really, these are mostly Hannah questions. Like I don't write the lyrics, Hannah does.
Yeah. I think in this project I was trying to make music that someone like myself would relate to, and so I took that to a very personal level with the song Dragon Princess is a song about my pet snake. I have a pet snake, and she's very beautiful, but also very terrorizing. I don't know, like she's so it's kind of just I started thinking of her as like a little dragon. And so then I was like, oh, you're my dragon princess. and so it's about like being drawn to things that are kind of hostile, but like really loving them. And maybe that's sort of like what punk is, you know, it's like we're drawn to these things that are hard. And then the extraterrestrial song, I was like, well, I wanted to write more songs that were like stories, like a whole story encompassed in a song. And so I was like, well, what if I wrote a story about walking my dog, which at the time I had a broken leg. I couldn't actually physically walk my dog. And so maybe it was like something I really wanted to do. And then I was just like, well, what if me and my dog got abducted by aliens on our walk? And then I was like, well, that's a good idea for a song. So that's kind of how that one came. So yeah, me and my dog get abducted by aliens, and the aliens are obsessed with my dog, but my dog hates them, and he doesn't like them because they keep separating me from them, and they don't understand that like my dog wants to be with me, and that's why he's unhappy. And so eventually they just drop us back back out on Earth. They don't want anything to do with us because they can't. They just wanted the dog, but the dog wouldn't stay with them without me. So that's my story.
Got a lot of beef in your songs. That's probably why I like them. You're appealing to a certain side of me.
Honestly, do you see how cool it is to just like make a song and then Hannah's like, I'm thinking this. Yeah.
Do you guys ever have like? Do you think you'll ever take up like, oh, I wanna write some lyrics to a song and maybe sing on them at some point?
I'm so bad at singing. I don't know. Lauren can sing though.
I like to sing like about 5 words in each song. Or maybe like 10 words in the whole set. No, I would like to sing more. That's one of the things that if we had more practice time, I would definitely try to finesse, but someday.
I just got comfortable being on the mic more like as a DJ within the past like 2 years. Or yeah, I used to not talk at all or anything, just look head down, play music. So I'm getting better at that at least.
Are you gonna sing?
I don't know, maybe someday.
I think drummer singers are cool.
They are cool,
Yeah.
but I've barely been playing the drums for a year. And so it's still really, really new to me, and I've been really lucky to play with like incredible people like these ladies, and I've gotten a lot better. But I still deal with so much stage fright. Like I have to pee like 5 times before I play. I'm like a hot mess. Yeah, I don't actually have to pee. I just go in there and then freak out and then come back out and pick up some sticks. But it is. And also, there is like the aspect of performing live, which I like learned drums to be in a band. So I got to like play on a bunch of different gear, which was cool because I'm still like slowly collecting my own drum set, my own gear that I'm like learning my preferences, but there is so much about like even like tonight, like this is a drum kit from my house that I've played on a bunch. I've played on this drum kit here at Dear Mom before, and it still is like really weird to get used to like just not playing in my basement pretty much.
Yeah.
And I always feel like the drums are gonna fall over, or like my cymbal's gonna fall over, or like, which has happened before. And so adding a mic to that situation's a lot. It's a lot of like concentration, and singing and playing an instrument. We were talking about this is like really hard. Like she's like, she's done it before where she's like, I'm not playing guitar on the show. I don't want to deal with it. I just want to sing. But I do one day. I really do. I sing along when we're playing anyways. I don't know if anyone notices or hears me, but.
I figured, you know, because everybody like usually is like, okay, this part's coming here, so I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Sing it, but yeah.
Or I need like one of those like 2000s like pop star like mic
Oh,
that sits on your
yeah.
ear, you know? That's the only way I think I would do it.
Shout out to Britney Spears.
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah.
We love Britney.
Yeah, I'm trying to foster more like a Beach Boys where like everybody sings, you know? It's not like it's just like we all singing and harmonizing. I think that would really be really beautiful, but we'll work up to it. It'll be awesome.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. So I always open up to the audience in case anyone wants to ask anything. Does anybody have a question they'd like to ask the band? I'm not going to force you, but I'm always going to ask to give you the opportunity. So don't get mad at me when you're not on the episode.
We're really nice, I promise.
Someone has to ask a question because the camera can't see you, and they're just going to think that no one showed up.
Yeah. How does that make you?
Our next show, it's April 29th.
Oh,
I
shout
found
out.
that out today. I didn't know about it. I forgot. Spaced it. With Lauren's other band, Maniac, which was one of my favorite bands a couple years ago, but they like relocated all of them all over the place.
Dang, dude.
With super, super sick bands.
All
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Where? State Street?
State Street Pub, probably at 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock.
Yeah. Yeah. State Street, they work on their own schedule, for sure.
Every night is punk night.
Oh, yeah.
It is. Okay. Well, speaking of cultural differences, I guess I didn't realize that. What was it? Why Do These Tears Fall at Night was a Britney Spears song? Because I just didn't know.
I didn't
So
know that
was-
either, actually. It's called Lucky, yeah.
So I just had like questions about it, but I'm like, oh, it's just Britney Spears.
They're like, why are you crying at night?
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
We had covered that song and we had got a good recording of it, and so we wanted to put it online, but we didn't want to get flagged for copyright.
You sure will.
So all we did was just retitled it. we instead of calling it Lucky on Spotify, we called it Why Do These Tears Fall at Night or something. And that worked. I still haven't been flagged.
Might have to cut this part of the interview just to
Dang it.
get that in there.
It was funny. We were talking about Britney Spears at practice before this because she played the original on her phone, and I actually hadn't heard it because I'm young, I guess. I don't know. I just hadn't, because you even said, you're like, that's not actually a super popular Britney Spears song. And I was like, yeah, I hadn't heard it before you guys covered it. And the version, like the original version just sounds so wrong to me. Like it's like she's crying about, and this was like way before, you know, Free Britney came about and like that got out. But like she's she's talking about a superstar that's like supposed to have it all, but she's like broken inside and she cries at night. But then they have this like, it's like so much faster and it's like this like, it's just like sexy like 2000s pop like. It's like, why do these tears? And it's like, whoa, that's like a really sad song. Yeah.
We were joking that they were like, okay, Brittany, you can do the sad song, but you still have to be sexy.
They probably did. That's probably what happened. She was a kid. They just told her to do stuff. She's like, okay, I have no choice. Yeah. All right. Well, if nobody else has any questions, go for it.
Are there any other songs that you would want to cover?
That's fun.
We had one.
Yeah, I really want to cover why am I forgetting?
Was it Flock of Seagulls?
No. I guess not. Never mind.
I've always wanted to cover Girls at Our Best, Going Nowhere Fast. I haven't told them that, though, but I love that song. And I almost told my other bands to cover it, but we don't have time before our other show, so.
I wanted to cover a Cockatoo Twins song.
Oh, yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
Almost had it.
Yeah.
Said
I was like, it was like on my
One
tongue.
word.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else? All right, cool. Well, give it up for Sonia one last time. And I guess
Give it up for Troy.
Give it up for Troy.
I'll see you guys next month. Peace.
Yay.